Hey, are you Zealots and Zerglings? It's time for another clash against the Titans. Yes, I know we seem to have had a lot of those lately, but there's only so many things you can do with 5 players, and this seems to be a popular format for us, so we keep doing them. There actually has been a recent suggestion I mean, right now we have the Challenger set at a handicap of 80%, to actually set it up so that there are other sort of handicaps and buffs we could put in it. I think that's a great idea. Unfortunately, the standard interface doesn't allow for that. To do that, I'd have to use the map editor, and it's been a long time since I've had any time to fiddle around with the map editor. But yeah, maybe I'll find some time. I can set up some sort of clash map where you can kind of pick the buffs or the handicaps. Actually, it's not a bad idea. I gotta put that on my to-do list, my big long to-do list of stuff that's never gonna get done. But we got a game going on right here, and right now we've got the Titans here as myself as the Purple Protoss, and my Titan ally this time it's going to be Mike as the Orange Terran. And our challengers, well, one of them's about to scout us, that's Bocephus, and he's currently here as the Yellow Zerg, and his fellow challengers are Dunamite as the Teal Zerg. And then we have Spartan as the Pink Terran. Now I'm going to once again point out that so far, no Titan combination, no Titan matchup besides myself and Contrarian as a team have ever actually won as the Titans. So, is it going to be this time where Mike and I are going to be able to pull this one out? And well, it looks like Bocephus is going to quickly scout these 2 expansions. I don't know if he scouted mine first, but he's obviously looking from early expansions. This would be really, really early for an expansion, other than maybe if you're a Zerg. So, but he could have just been auto queuing those points up and didn't actually see what was going on. Get the production tab up here. Looks like we have both of our Zergs are getting their pools down, which could have something to do with my building placement. Trying to get a little bit of a wall up here, so if the Zerglings come in, they gotta kind of filter around to actually get to my probes. And I'm gonna get out. Yeah, I'm gonna get out an early Zealot right there. Looks like my scouting probe has gotten back, so he's seen what we're up against. And us Snow Warlord sitting here out on the map, and looks like Spartan's going to try to wall off this side of the map, which I don't see any of us rushing all that early, and they know what races we are now, so without Zerglings there, it's probably a safe bet, although in the last clash we did see me go for a bit of a proxy Zealot warp in, and it didn't work because I was too stupid to realize my priority target should have been the SCVs, not a barracks. Whatever. So anyhow, we do have speed coming up here for Dunamite, and it looks like Bocephus is going to be expanding right away, taking this lovely in-base expansion tucked way, way in the backwards. Not going to see any harm come to it for quite some time. It looks like I've got my Cybernetics core just about to finish. Another pylon there, and it looks like there's a bit of a hole here, so I got a nice Zealot plugging that up, and they probably can filter around there too, but any Zerglings getting in here, like you 4 right there, are going to have a hard time getting through it. Oh, he's getting down an early Baneling nest, Dunamite. Taking advantage of the fact that well, actually no, he's a challenger, so he's the one at lower health. But saying this as a Titan, that would be might make some sense, because you'll be doing extra damage. Well, not so much extra damage, but all these early units are gonna have so much less hit points. They're basically probably gonna one-shot most of them. Although I haven't really done the math. And we get down to Forge. Apparently, I want to try to get an early cannon up, but I got that Warp Gate started first. But it looks like I'm going to have some Zerglings here too. I do have a couple of Zealots out. Zealots are pretty good against the Zerglings, especially if they get themselves backed up against the wall. And oh, what am I doing with those Zealots? What am I doing with those Zealots? Okay, they didn't quite attack. And now, I'm going to try to head him off the pass. He's going to try to sneak into that side of the mineral line, but he's not going to be able to get much done right here. And oh, he does manage to snipe a probe. Took one of my probes off gas, and the Marines are going to come in here to help me out. But he's still going to be trying to poke around. He's going to poke at that pylon, but I'm not really too worried about that. Although, geez, considering they didn't have a full surround, they certainly took out a lot of that pylon shield. I'm quite impressed. And I got Sentry out now, so the force fields are very good against the Zerglings. And with the Forge down now, I can throw down some safety cannons, and 12 more Lings are coming from Dunamite. His Baneling nest is done, so is he going to go for some mass Banelings, or is he just going to go for a huge Zergling rush? He really can't hit here, although a Baneling bust at this front could be pretty devastating if he follows it up with enough Lings. But right now, this seems to be the most likely entry point. And I do see, well, there's a couple of Zerglings going down. I don't know what those 4 are going to really do. Even his Banelings, they aren't going to be doing that much. Maybe he's just scouting for an expansion? No, here he comes. No, he's changed his mind. So I don't know. And meanwhile, Bocephus is getting a quick Spire tech up, which that could be a bit of a problem. I don't have any. Yeah, it looks like I was just about to put a cannon up, but here come a bunch of Zerglings. And they're going to quickly dispatch of those Marines, but they're going to have a much harder time with those Zealots, and with the Sentry there kind of sniping at them. They're going to try to poke around. They might be able to get another Marine. No, they will not. 5 hit points, that Marine's safe. But here comes some more Zerglings. Now there's a cannon in here, and the Zerglings are going to have a hard time. Are they going to be able to take out another probe? No, the cannon does pretty good against Zerglings. 2 shots them, no problem. All is good. Another cannon over here is going to make sure this mineral line is pretty well secured. Now, if he'd maybe gone for some Banelings there, I don't know, he might have been able to do a bit more. One Baneling against those Marines could have been devastating, and it would have saved up enough for my units, which are pretty Zergling proof in many circumstances. And Warp Gate technology is finished. Gotta get that one to Warp Gate as soon as that extra Zealot pops out. And well, we're getting high-sec auto tracking here from Spartan, who's just going planetary right here. So apparently worried that he doesn't have the beef to be able to hold this base, so he's gonna he's gonna force beef by getting probably one of the beefiest buildings in the game, and that would be the planetary. Planetary's so annoying, especially as Zerg. Zerg have so few units that actually can do something about it. And it looks like we have some more Zerglings moving here for Dunamite, but he had about that many before, and they didn't do that much. Okay, scouting for expansions, that's not a big deal, but if he's going to pull in here, he could find himself in a bit of trouble and didn't pull out right away. You got a couple more sentries out there. There's a pretty high sentry count. A couple of force fields could really trap those things, and they're not going to have a fun time. And we're going to get those medevacs out. They're going to heal up what Marines have been injured, and it's all going to be good. And is he going to be taking this expansion? No, he's just being active with those Lings. That's very good. Looks like Bocephus is going to be expanding here on his 3rd base, while Dunamite's currently only on 2 bases. We're going to keep an eye on those Zerglings. We check the income tab right now, and it does look like Spartan is actually doing the best with macroing here. Although I'm currently on 1 base, looks like I'm just about throwing up a 2nd base. So, yeah, I really need to start chrono boosting out some more probes, which I am doing so at both nexuses, mind you. Chrono boosting probes out of both nexuses. Just make a note that all you Protoss players out there. And oh, tanks are gonna. Oh, absolutely. Oh, what is he doing with his Lings? He's like, oh, maybe I could after 3/4 of them die. Maybe I can rush the tanks now. No. Oh, it took so many hits there. Remember, these tanks may be at 80% health, but they are at 100% damage, which means they one-shot Zerglings. But he is getting upgrades. He's getting the attack upgrade. I don't think he already has the armor upgrade. Oh, he does, which means they actually don't. Actually, they do not. Tanks will actually no longer one-shot. Oh, actually, no. They still will one-shot them because they're at 80% health. So these tanks are going to always one-shot these Zerglings no matter how much armor you put on them. He's going to get Baneling speed. We haven't seen any Banelings yet, so I'm interested to see why he's getting Baneling speed. Unless he's playing on a future Baneling bus, but he's getting Infestation Pit and a Spore for some apparent reason. And I'm just throwing down a bunch more gates, and Mike is just kind of going standard Marine Medevac with a few tanks. Although we don't do well with our tanks. This is how our tank play goes. We make a few tanks, we put them at the door, and we leave them there the rest of the game. If they provide any support after, say, the 10-minute mark, it's because everything's burning to the ground and we're about to lose our mains. We definitely need to learn how to use our tanks better. And we got some Mutalisks coming out here for Bocephus. What kind of defense do we got? We have no defense right here. Actually, we really don't have any sort of Mutalisk defense at all. I got a couple of cannons here, which will probably be enough to hold it off, especially with all our armies here, but not much else going on, although I am trying to throw up a couple more cannons just to protect these structures. But it looks like the Mutalisks are going to be coming at Mike first, and he has no anti-air. We have no anti-air on this side of the base, and that could be very, very bad because here come the Mutalisks. Nope, they're just scouting around for some expansions. They're not going to see any yet because we have twice as many in-base expansions as they do, so we're pretty good for a while. But now he's going to find this expansion, and all these SCVs are going to go down. And he's going to... Oh, no, he's going to get the rest of the SCVs. And then I would recommend he focus down the command center. Yeah, and he's going to try to do that, and it looks like he's trying to pull his Marines over. I think he'll be able to save the command center. Oh, but another SCV loses his life, and he definitely did the damage that he needed to do. Definitely some good damage there without the Mutalisks taking any hits whatsoever. So they're all good to go again. And we're getting battle cruisers here from Spartan. That is an interesting choice. Apparently what kind of units does he have right now? He has 2 siege tanks and 1 battle cruiser. So he apparently rushed straight to battle cruiser. And getting another planetary. He's not going for any econ. He's just going for, I'm going to get the beefiest army I can. Well, I guess you better upgrade your tanks to Thors. That's about the only way you're going to make this army any more beefy. And a ton of missile turrets. That might be a bit overkill. Especially since it's going to be really hard to slip through here without getting past these missile turrets. And if you keep your eye on your map, you'll see them coming. So putting missile turrets over here is really a waste. I mean, yeah, there may be the occasional situation where units slip back there, but you should know they're back there. And right now, it's just an extra, what is that, 150 minerals? I don't know, he's going to be throwing down a Zergling there, but correct me if I'm wrong, well, as soon as that missile turret goes up, we're going to see that Zergling. But yeah, he's going to try to burrow these at the expansions. We'll see if that pays out for him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure not. If I check this, yeah, this Zergling is perfectly visible to us, which is gonna let us know he's pulling some Zerg tricks here. And it looks like, oh, I'm getting some Archons out now, and oh, there is a Zergling here. And if I'm trying to expand, then I'm probably quite aware. This looks like I'm going heavily into Archons. Assuming I got the, yeah, I got the Templar Archives with that. No storm coming just yet. So definitely going for beefy ground army. Zealots and Archons are the beef of the Protoss ground army. Well, that and Immortals. But we haven't seen a lot of armored units yet, so that might not be a good idea. And these Mutals, oh, they've grown in numbers, but they're poking around here right now. And I'm pretty sure I'm well aware. Yeah, I'm getting a Robo now. I have a feeling I know very well if there's a Zergling here, and I'm either going to go for an Observer or maybe just throw a cannon up here and see it. But here come the Mutalisks. What are they up to? Oh, he's going to try to sneak to my expansion. There is a cannon here. Probably has enough Mutalisks to take it out, but it looks like he does not want to take it on. Oh, well, maybe he does. Yeah, he is going to try to take this on. I think I need to get my probes out of there, because now, oh, well, there's actually a second cannon there, and he doesn't want to take that out. So he's going to poke around, try to find a way to get around there. I am going to lose some probes, but now with the Marines there and a bunch of Stalkers warping in, that will hopefully take care of that. And four cannons going up, so soon this Zergling is going to be revealed, and we're going to take care of it. Very soon. Very, very soon. And is Bocephus getting anything besides Mutalisk tech? He's getting some Roaches out, getting 2 attack for his Roaches and his Mutalisks. Roach Muta, not a combination you see that often. And throwing up some Spines for some defense, but we're not getting very aggressive, which may be to our detriment. And yeah, it looks like I did manage to clean that up and sent 1 Zergling in there, which pretty much ensured that he doesn't know what kind of army he's dealing with right now. And just getting a couple more Archons, but it looks like those pesky Mutalisks are coming back. He's like, it took out that Zergling, which means he wants to expand here, so maybe we can snipe that thing. And he's going to try, and here come a couple of Archons. Archons, Mutalisks do not like Archons, but they are going to try to pull in there again. Oh, nope, they're not going to try that again. Oh, nope, they are going to try it again. They got to make up their minds, and they're going to try to pull in there, but there's so many Archons here. Oh, I probably should throw up a Guardian Shield, though, but look at that. 1 Mutalisk escaped with 11 hit points. And what kind of losses have I actually suffered? Well, I've suffered a little bit, but how much of that was just in that battle? Can't have been too much. And oh, we got some Infestors here from Dunamai. Looks like they have a ton of energy. This could be bad. I do have some cannons here blocking this expansion, but if they get over here and throwing up a couple of Stalkers, but oh, here come the infested Terrans, and I do have the cannons there, but that's not going to be nearly enough. And these Stalkers are like, wow, we just got here, and now we're being shot in the face. And there's 1 Archon's going to take that on, but he's not going to last very long, but I think I should be able to clean this up. Did lose 1 of my cannons, though. That's got to be frustrating. And am I getting an Observer out now? Do I have an Observer out? I do have an Observer somewhere. I have no idea where I put it, though. Is it over here? I don't see it over here. Where's my Robo rallied? I have no idea where my Observer is. Is that it? There it is. Kind of watching the front here. I don't know when it got there, if it saw the Infestors coming or not. But they have retreated to the safety of Bocephus' gold expansion, and that poor Mutalisk is licking his wounds and trying to regenerate those hit points. And wow, a lot of activity from Dunamai now. He's getting the dream. Whoa, now he's getting +2 melee attack. For what, I don't know, and he's getting adrenal glands and +2 armor. Oh, he's making some Zerglings now, so... Oh, that's right, it was Bocephus that was getting the ranged upgrade, who's just now getting 1 armor for those roaches, but getting +2 armor for his air army, which is sadly now... Oh, 4 Mutalisks now. So I would expect to see him getting a lot. He's going to Roach Army now. There's not really much sense in putting upgrades into his air if he's not going to commit to more. But looks like I've decided that I want to commit to something right now. I have 2 probes there. And, ooh, this Overlord from Bocephus is trying to deny that expansion. Did I see the creep? I might have seen the creep, and so I'm waiting. I'm not sure. I might have seen the creep. And we're going to do my messing up some lings here. 2-2 on those lings. And yeah, I'm sending that observer ahead, and he's going to be like, oh, no, it's just an overlord, guys. Just go ahead and take him out. No big deal. I don't know if it's a good idea to commit my whole army. I see there's like nothing burrowed here. And just send my overlord in this direction. Send a couple anti-air units here so they don't really see what's coming. And getting even more Archons. And what kind of upgrades do I have for my ground army? Just +2 attack, but... +2 Archons, +2 Zealots, that is a lot of damage. The Archons are going to do... That is a Stalker. Archons are going to do 31 damage, 43 to Biological. The Zealots are going to be doing 10 damage, double attack, so technically they are now doing 20 damage per attack. And here we go, pushing for it, and this base for Bocephus is pretty much gone. That Queen dies almost instantly. And those drones are going to try to get out of there, but the Archons just obliterate them. Never had a chance. We have to be careful. There's a lot of battle cruisers here. That's something you don't see every day. I guess my army's not necessarily that great against battle cruisers. Archons aren't going to do much against them. I got some Stalkers, but they don't even blink. So I may not be quite prepared for this battle cruiser, but it looks like I am prepared to take this expansion now that I know that this one's pretty safe. And even if this observer here kind of saying, there's nothing going on here, and oh, he's throwing up a bunch of spines, I guess they were anticipating an attack that didn't actually come. But can I see? Do I have eyes on this? No, I can't quite see that yet. But now I have the watchtower, so now I definitely see what's going on there. Yeah, and I see him making all those spines, and I'm probably thinking, oh great, that's gonna make it impossible to go through there. Even making some banelings, they are really putting in stuff into this front. The smart plan would be to counterattack here. Wow, Spartan has a ton of tanks. At least he advanced them out from behind his wall, but yeah, and it looks like I'm like, oh, they're trying to fortify this. Maybe I should take this on before it gets too bad, but they have everything here. I can't help but think that this is a bad idea, and the banelings are going to obliterate my Zealots. And I'm really not sure what that force field is for. It looks like I'm trying to block the roaches, doing sort of an okay job. But this, I was just in over my head here. They had everything here, and I just did not have what I needed for this attack. And definitely the battle cruisers are not going to be any good whatsoever for me. Obviously, they're doing a great job of cleaning my army up. Total mistake there. I had a great army, great upgrades, and I was taking this expansion, and they would have had to push with everything probably to unseat me, but instead, even mixing in some Banshees, +3 attack, +2 armor. It was just a huge mistake for me to push in there like that. I was like, oh, well, he's fortifying this up. Let's see if we can break it before they get it too fortified. And instead, I just lost everything. And have to completely rebuild my army, which is not fun for a Protoss. Well, it's not fun for anyone. It's especially bad for a Protoss, because rebuilding a whole army is expensive. And my poor Nexus here. Are you really gonna send your infestors to take this out? You have a bunch of battle cruisers there. Yeah, at least, there we go. At least send the Lings. My goodness. I thought he was actually going to throw infested Terrans to take this out, and that would just be absurd. And what have I got right now? Oh, I'm warping in a bunch of Zealots and Stalkers. The Zealots are not going to be doing too much, though, against this huge air army that's coming our way. And I'm desperately trying to get Psystorm out. Am I trying to Chrono Boost that out? And not currently, but oh wow, looks like I've gotten a little laxed on using my Chrono Boost though. Well, Zerglings are going to get away. I'm surprised the Zealots didn't use their charge up. And it looks like I'm more picking a bunch of High Templar. Am I going to get those for Archons, or am I getting those for the Storms that will be complete soon? It looks like Mike's going to move over here to help me out, but this really is not much of an army. Where's Mike's army? Did I miss a bunch of engagements on this side of the map? I have a feeling I've missed some engagements, because, well, then again, he does have a lot of Thors. I could see him having put all of his money into Thors. What has his units lost? Now, he hasn't lost that much. So, yeah, he's just been putting all of his money into getting Thors and their upgrades. I would have liked him to have a few more Vikings, though. Those Zerglings are still trying to be a pest, but there's not that many Zerglings. But here we go. We got Roach Corruptor. Not sure the choice of the Corruptors are for, but, you know, whatever. Oh, and here come a bunch of Banelings. Oh, can the Marines snipe the Banelings? No, they cannot kill enough of the Banelings before they all detonate. The Marines are gone. We're quickly running out of anti-air. What are we going to do against all these battle cruisers? Just, the Thors are about the best we've got right now. But, oh, and a bunch of feedbacks on those battle cruisers. It's not enough to kill them off, but so many of those battle cruisers took a lot of damage, and it also means we won't have to worry about as many Yamatos. And I need to get more feedbacks. There's still some battle cruisers with energy I could do something with, and these Thors are going down. All these infested Terrans, which are absolutely free. And I've got no army. I have no money left. Oh, and now we've got Brewlords. What did he just make these Brewlords right here on the spot? There were Corruptors here. Oh, there are still some Corruptors here. I don't know where those Brewlords came in, but we got nothing left now. It was a huge mistake for me to push in with that army. I lost it all, and that was just the first domino falling. You gotta know when it's time to pull back. There's another feedback right before the GG. Oh, I think there's another feedback too. Look at how damaged those battle cruisers are, mainly from feedback. Anyhow, I hope you learn a lesson from this. Don't just push in where just because you think you can end it right there. But I hope you enjoyed this game, and have a day.